Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kingdom blessings to each and every one of you. Marietta here. Thank goodness that we have made it through another night. Another night down here in South Carolina. Because let me tell y'all, this pollen that is falling has kept me and my son up late hours of the night, him sneezing and snotting and just going through it. And it just took him a long while to get to sleep last night, and me as well. So y'all keep us in your prayers. But anyway, thank God for all my day ones. I'm so glad to see y'all, all my new subscribers. I see y'all coming in. A lot of you are watching and still not subscribed. Please come on in and join the family. We uplift, motivate, and inspire over here. I would love to have you. I'm on a journey for 10K, trying to get to 10K subscribers, y'all, so that we can begin to get this channel up and moving and be able to actually take it on the road and take this thing on out there, y'all, because we want to do some great things. Uplift, motivate, and inspire is what we want to do. And this morning, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about the power of forgiveness. The power of forgiveness. No, I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of Bible scriptures and all of that. I'll let you go do all that by yourself. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about what I have learned about what forgiveness does and how harboring all that resentment will take you to a place of sickness and illness, because that's exactly what it does. It will break the body down. It will cause you to feel sick on the inside. It will cause cancers in the body. It will actually cause you not to be able to function properly. Anxiety, stress, and depression. All those things take over when you harbor forgiveness. And a lot of times you don't even understand why you can't forgive, because of the fact that it has blocked out that part of your brain where in the part where it just wants you to stay angry. It wants to keep you in a place where you cannot heal. It keeps you in a place where you cannot grow. You cannot even see when people are trying to be a blessing to you when you're harboring anger and resentment. When you are harboring that and you don't know how to forgive, and you don't understand the power of forgiveness, because there is a lot of power that comes with forgiving. When you learn to be able to move out of that space and free yourself. That's the thing. You're trying to free yourself from something that has a hold on you, from a spirit that's trying to keep you entrapped, from a spirit that does not want to let you grow, and it does not want to allow you to be able to blossom into the real person that you have been meant to be. As long as you harbor that resentment, it has power over you. But when you begin to let that thing go, and you begin to speak life over yourself, and you begin to not walk in that realm of being controlled by a spirit, because that's what it is, that anger, that discord, that resentment, and you're just not letting go, and you will not forgive whoever has wronged you. But we got to understand, there's no one, not one person that has not gone through this life that has not wronged somebody, because you're not Jesus, you're not God, so you have wronged somebody as well. Think about the people that have forgiven you. Think about how you felt when you was forgiven. Think about how you felt freed and how you felt loose, and you were no longer bound by that one thing that caused you to feel sad in the first place. When somebody released you from it, you begin to feel joy, you begin to feel peace, you begin to build. Now you can begin to move on. Now you can begin to even see yourself in a different light. You see yourself feeling better, looking better, walking better, talking about it. Why? Because there's power in forgiveness. There's freedom in forgiveness. You begin to walk in that power of which you know that I won't do that again. I won't go down that road again. I will not do anybody else like that. And once I am free, I want to make sure that I'm able to free somebody else. But we're so quick to want to be forgiven, but we don't know how to forgive. You got to learn the secret of forgiveness. You have to learn how to forgive so that you can be free. Forgiveness is not for that person that wronged you. Forgiveness is for you, so that you can move on, so that you can begin to heal. So even if you go to somebody and you ask them for forgiveness and they refuse to forgive you, that's fine, because that's on them, because you have asked for forgiveness. You have asked them to acknowledge the fact that you are sorry, that you did them wrong, and you forgive, and you go your way and just don't sin no more. That's what the word says. Just go on and don't sin no more. But the minute that you do that and they don't want to accept it, let them walk in that. That's their mess. It's no longer your problem. That's their problem. That's a them problem. You just keep your soul and your spirit right. You know you forgave from a pure place. You know you forgave, and you begin to walk as though you know you did wrong, and now you're doing better. Now you're living better. Now you're feeling better. Now you have been released. There's a release that goes over your life when you forgive and your sins have been forgiven. It's just a beautiful place to be. and you just thank God for it, and then you'll move in a way where you want to be respectful for everyone that comes around you. That does not mean you may not make mistakes. You might still make mistakes. You might still wrong somebody. But the point of it is you understand that you can forgive. You understand the power of forgiveness. You understand that you can move past that thing. You don't have to carry it around like a weight. You don't have to walk around with a sign saying, I have not been forgiven. I got a sin on my head, and I have hurt someone, and I refuse to let them go. You don't have to walk around with that barrier, that sign on your back or on your forehead saying that I have wronged somebody. No, you have been forgiven and been released. You have been forgiven. You can move on with your life, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. You just don't. Because the Bible, it really does emphasize forgiveness as a fundamental aspect, of our Christian walk. And you are supposed to forgive people as you have been forgiven. As Christ has forgiven you, then you are supposed to forgive others. Why is it so hard for us to forgive other people, but yet we want to be forgiven? If you do happen to read it in the Bible, you'll find that there's at least 30 plus scriptures about forgiveness that are written there. And they are written there so that we will have a guideline and something to go by about how God operates in our lives and how He does not want us to walk around hating people or treating people any kind of way. Be kind to one another. It seems like that's the hardest thing for people to do, is respect people like you want to be respected. You know how you don't want to be disrespected. You know how you want people to respect and love you. You got to extend that same kind of love to somebody else. And whenever you're standing and you begin to go into prayer for somebody else, if you have done things that are wrong, which we all have, always ask God for forgiveness. There's none of us that are perfect. We all fall short of the glory of the Lord. So before I go into prayer, this is what I do. I always ask God to forgive me of any sins, knowing or unknowing. Forgive me of my sins. If I've wronged anyone, forgive me. I don't have no problem with asking for forgiveness, because that is something that actually is a fundamental tool that God uses for us to be able to come before Him, for us to be able to be honest and open with ourselves, and to be honest and open and be used by God. We have to learn the power of forgiveness. We just have to do it. Because we so quick to judge other people when the Word had told us, judge not, and you will not be judged. Just judge not, condemn not, and you will not be condemned. These are simple Bible verses that we learned long time ago when we were young in the faith, and we didn't really understand exactly who God was in our life. So they taught us some fundamental tools to use, and forgiveness was truly one of them that we had learned long time ago, how to forgive. The power of forgiveness. The power of forgiveness, not only does it free the other person, but it frees you. It frees you up to be used by God. It shows God that you are not just a hearer of His word, but you're a doer of His word. It shows God that you love Him and that you appreciate the teachings that you're getting in the midst. I've prayed a lot, and I've asked God to forgive me, even if I allow bitterness and anger to enter my heart. Forgive me, because I don't want that to have to spew on to nobody else. I don't want to ruin nobody else's life, nobody else's day, nobody else's emotions with things that I'm harboring within my heart. So I have to go before the Lord so many times and ask God to purify me, create in me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit in me, that I may be able to love thy brother and thy sister, that I may be able to treat people right, I may be able to love right. But people will look at you and try to put you under a microscope as if their life is perfect. No, you're learning. You're in a process. We have to get to a place where we understand that we can't be beating ourselves up. We just learn from the mistakes we made, and we just continue to keep moving on with our lives, because there's no other way for you to do this. Just like the things that are going on in the world today. There is so much going on in the world today, so much hatred, so much greed, so much things that cause you to be able to walk around with your fist balled up, with your face tore up, and you just feel sad, and you feel like you're being used and manipulated and mistreated, and all those things may be true, but yet and still we are the children of God. So we got to continue to understand that in this life we're going to go through some things. In this life we're going to feel some things. Everybody that's walking amongst us is not saved. You got some people that are walking amongst us that are Satan worshipers, and they're not children of God. You got to understand that we're in the midst of the wheat and as they say, the wheat and the terror in the same field. They're growing together. You got to be able to use your discernment to be able to discern what's real and what ain't in this life. The way we going now, there's so much deceit going on in the world right now. It's like Lucifer is showing his hand. So what we do as the children of God, we don't bow down to that. We do not conform to that, because we're in the world, but we're not of the world. So we got to learn how to still forgive those that spitefully use us. It's the hardest thing in the world to forgive somebody that has truly wronged you, and you feel you can't get past of it, so you carry that pain. Every time somebody say, how you doing? Oh, I'm hurt because this. How you doing? Oh, they did this to me. They did this to me. You walk in that spirit of the victim. You're always a victim. You'll never be able to be victorious. You'll never be able to rise above it. You'll never be able to see yourself out of that place if you don't learn the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool to have. There are some things that you're going to go through in this life that are going to be so hard for you to get through. The people may do things to you that you may feel as though I can never forgive them for it. But until you loose that, until you get rid of that spirit, until you forgive them, until you go through the process of healing, and healing is going to be part of your process, because forgiveness takes healing. Forgiveness will put you in a place of healing. Forgiveness will help you heal. If you begin to forgive the people that have wronged you and understand the power of forgiveness, you will realize that you're walking around with a pain that you don't have to take. You're walking around with a pain that's making you suffer. The person that you're angry about probably going on live their life, could care less. They're not even studying you. They don't even care what you're going through or how you're going through it, but you would not forgive. So you're walking around with a thorn stuck in you, and that thing is causing you to not be able to flourish. It's not be able to move, not be able to prosper, not be able to smile again. You're losing your peace, your joy, your happiness, all because you refuse to forgive a person who done gone on with their life. They're living their life. They're enjoying themselves. It doesn't matter if they wronged you through, maybe they have stole from you. Maybe they have lied to you. Maybe they have taken something from you or taken someone from you. It does not matter what you feel was lost in that situation, but what you don't want to be lost is your soul. You don't want to be lost. You don't want to be lost. We're talking about the power of forgiveness. There is so much power in forgiving. The word teaches us to, bear with each other and forgive one another. If one of you have a grievance against someone else, forgive them as the Lord has forgiven you. God has forgiven you. You have been forgiven. You've been washed in the blood. You're able to go ahead with your life. You've been able to move. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whomever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. You got to be able to forgive in order to continue to keep that for everlasting life, to keep you in the right standing with God. You got to exercise that power of forgiveness. There is power in there's power in forgiving people for what they have done to you. You do not have to keep carrying that pain. And like I said before, every time somebody asks you something, say something to you, you're hurting, you're in pain, you got to mention what somebody did to you. You're walking as a victim, and so you go through this whole life as a victim, and you never get the chance to be the victorious person that God has called you to be, because you done let anger overtake you. You done let anger drag you down. You done let your mental space get contaminated with what somebody has done. So it's a situation of woe is me for the rest of your life. The rest of your life you live in pain. The rest of your life you live in anger. The rest of your life you can't see yourself above your circumstances. You can't see yourself in a place of healing where you can go on and have a decent, respectful life with somebody else. You can let that one person that did that to you have that much power over you that they're going to control your life for the rest of your life. You only have one life to live. One life to live. So it would be best for you to pray and ask God to teach you how to lay down your life, how to lay down your rights, how to lay it down so that you may be able to live, so that you may be able to enjoy life the same way God has laid down his life for you, the same way he has forgiven you. You have to learn to forgive somebody else the same way. And it's so hard for Americans as a people to forgive, even what's going on right now. What's going on right now is going to tear us down. Yes. It's going to cause us division. Yes. It's going to put us in a place of feeling like we're helpless. Yes. But we can still forgive them, for they know not what they do. We have to still be in a place where we can forgive. And like I said, I don't see no joy out of walking around upset or angry or can't smile, or all of a sudden now I can't breathe because of what somebody else has done to me or what somebody else has made me feel, and giving somebody else that much power over my life. We still got to live in this world. Unless you plan on packing up and getting up out of here right now, what we going through, take a good look at the way the world is today. Take a good look at the way things are changing right now. Take a good look at how you're moving around right now, and maybe in 6 months to a year down the road, you may not even be able to move like this. You might not even have a vehicle to drive. We may not even have food to eat. But guess what? To God be the glory. To God be the glory, because what we're not going to do is walk around angry. What we're not going to do is walk around harboring unforgiveness and make ourselves sad and make ourselves sick before our time. We just going to have to stand up and fight for what's ours and try to make sure that we are comfortable in whatever it is we're doing. But one thing, I would not walk around with my heart filled with pain and sickness because I won't forgive. Well, I won't forgive. It's the hardest thing for you to look in the mirror, for you to get on this line and in front of the world and let them know if there's anyone out there that I have wronged, anyone out there that feels like I have mistreated them. I'm going to ask you right now for forgiveness. Forgive me. Forgive me because I'm human. Forgive me because I'm in this flesh. Forgive me because I'm learning. Forgive me because my days are hard too. Forgive me. I seriously want you to forgive me as God has forgiven you. And if you can't forgive me, then I still pray that you be blessed. I still pray that God covers you and comforts you in these last and evil days, because right now this is no time to be walking around angry or fighting against your brothers and your sisters. This is no time, because we all are in this together. No matter what color you are, no matter what race or color or creed you come from, we're all in this world together, and we all got to figure out a way to exist here together. So we have did it for thousands of years, whether it was good, bad, or ugly, but we're still here. So I thank God, and I'm going to give God some praise in the midst, uplift, motivate, and inspire. And I pray this message will help you with your decision to forgive whoever who has wronged you, so that you may be blessed. It has nothing to do with the person that did that to you. It has nothing to do with the person that offended you. I pray that you pray the prayer of God, giving you the strength to be able to let go of that thorn, let go of that situation, let go of that thought, so that you will be able to be blessed, so that you can begin to heal, so that you can begin to see more clearly, and that no sickness shall come to your body. So with that being said, I want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I thank you. I really thank God for all the motivation, uplift, and inspiring messages that we get on this line, that we're able to feed from daily, we're able to eat from daily, and we're able to continue to keep moving through this life doing what God has called us to do. So y'all be blessed. I love each and every one of y'all, and I truly pray that you will learn the power of forgiveness before it's too late. Be blessed.